Welcome back to Keep It on the DL podcast. As always, I'm Daria.
And I'm
We're in
Liv.
video today.
And we're live. I just wanted to first start out by saying that my laptop's running low, that I need to plug in my laptop, and that I am wearing, you know it.
If you're just listening,
We got a
yeah,
Twilight
it's a
t-shirt
Twilight
on.
shirt. It's got Edward and Bella staring at each other. He's in a tree, she's not.
You know, just the best cinematic movie ever made to man. But we are doing video. I'm excited that we're going to start doing video. I think it's going to help our channel grow a lot more. And shout out to anybody who's listening right now. Also, I just want to let you know in the beginning of the podcast, if you guys like the podcast, please rate us on any listening platform that you listen to. We greatly appreciate every review that we get, every comment that we get, any suggestion that we get. And just without further ado, I guess let's get into it. Daria, how was your week?
My week was good. I feel like not super exciting. I did get my desk this week, which is exciting. So I'm coming at you live from my new
Yes.
desk. I've been getting it all set up and rearranging things, which is always exciting, but I'm glad to have like a real workstation now.
She's really standing on business, y'all. And literally,
It
because it's a
is.
standing
It
desk.
is. I'm not currently standing. I'll probably very rarely use the standing feature, but it's there. I have it programmed in the preset options.
It's a good option if you want to get up
Right.
and move your
Right.
body a little bit. Get one of those walking pads, do some of that
That's
cozy
the next step.
cardio. Maybe do a speed run while trying to build an Excel sheet.
It's funny because
Could you imagine
yeah,
someone speed
also like
running?
building an Excel sheet because me using Excel is like literally Googling everything I want to do. I'm like, how do you make it do this? I like try it. I'm like,
How?
how do you make it do this? That's me every time I have to make an Excel doc.
Yeah, I always see there's like funny memes sometimes where it says proficient in Excel, or professional in Excel. I have no clue. I have to Google how to center the text. I have no, like, it is the most complicated thing I've ever done. There's some girl at our work that does, like, she does formulas
Yeah.
on it and shit. How do you even do that? That's like rocket science to me. I don't understand how people
Basically.
can work
Yeah,
Excel
no,
that well.
basically. There was like at one point in time I was like, I should like find an Excel like master class and take it so like I don't have to Google everything. But you know, I've gotten this far,
Yeah.
so
That was one of my little white lies in my Indeed resume, was it said proficient in Excel. I lied. I fucking lied, straight up. If you asked me to make any sort of chart, I would have stood at you and looked at you like you were stupid. I don't know how to
right.
do that.
Yeah.
I lied. But other than that, how else? What else did
Other
you do?
than that, I
Anything
switched my
crazy?
closet from winter to summer
Yep.
stuff, so that's exciting. I got rid of a lot of clothes because I'm really trying to like declutter my closet and have it not be such a mess. So my rule of thumb is like if I didn't even like reach for it at all this winter, get rid of it. Um yeah,
I don't
so
blame you.
I think I have like 3-ish trash bags, so I'll go in a Goodwill. Which I guess if I was a better person, I'd try to find like an actual homeless shelter or something, but it's like hard.
No, it is hard, but I will have to tell you, after the pod, there is a donation dumpster next to one of our schnooks, next to the house, that you can probably throw it in instead of giving it to
Yeah,
greedy
I think
Goodwill.
there's one by our work too. So maybe I'll look into that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take it there instead.
Yeah, give it to someone who actually
Yeah,
needs it and doesn't pay $15 for a pair of Nikes that were made in
right.
'07. Um, fucking You're forgetting one essential thing that we did this
Oh.
weekend. We
We, went to lunch on Saturday, and then we went to Ulta, TJ
Yeah.
Maxx, and Marshalls.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Daria was on her saving money grind. She did a lot of sitting with her hands behind her back and walking through the aisles like a 70-year-old man. And but other than that, it was a
I
great
got
time. We had a good
Yeah, I got
quesadilla.
dog poop bags, so that's something.
She's really breaking the bank here. Shout out to Sandy, you mutt.
You
Um,
filthy animal.
what you filthy animal. What else? What did I do this weekend? What did I do
You got a
Friday?
tattoo.
What the fuck? I got a tattoo. Thank you so much for reminding me. Everyone, I got a tattoo.
Oh, you took your thing
If you guys can
off.
see it, if you can't see it, I did take my thing off. It was getting all crusty dusty, and I'm always so afraid that once the Sanoderm dries that my tattoo's going to dry out under it, cuz I'm so used to having like the plasma and everything like gross like sit in it, obviously is what you're supposed to do. Uh but yeah, I took it off today. If you guys are only audio listeners, it is a cherry with a stamp inside, and the stamp says 11 cents. 11 cents stands for me and my best friend Sam. We've been best friends since 2011. So we thought that was like a cute little way to celebrate our 13 years of friendship. And so that was fun. We did that. Friend of the pod, Sam, aka Bestie, we went and got dinner after. And then obviously, like you said, me, Sam, and Daria all went shopping. And now we are here. It is currently 6:55 p.m. on a Sunday. And we have little to no topics, but we decided to video record anyway because
We didn't wanna leave you
we
hanging.
can't we can't we can't not record.
Yeah.
You know, we got to stand on
Yeah,
10
the
toes
thing
when it
about
comes to
having a
video. So
podcast is, like, you have to do it every week. So
that's the only thing that sucks. And if you can't, we like, I feel like every time we get on here, we constantly bitch about how much it sucks to have a podcast. But yeah, we get on here every Monday and then we're like, okay, bye. Okay, live. Love you. Send us reviews. We'll take any suggestions. But yeah, I mean, it is a lot of work, but video wise, I just told Derry, I'm like, we have to do it. Derry got a new webcam, so hopefully the quality is going to be better for everyone. And now we can start doing TikTok shorts again, which I think one of our number one videos is Ricky Ain't Laughlin No
that's our
More. If you
top-rated
guys don't know,
episode,
it was, yeah, if you guys don't know, it was a girl that I went to school with that got caught sexting a minor.
allegedly. Or is she convicted yet?
Maybe she is not convicted yet. Her court dates keeps rolling. It
Mm,
keeps being pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. Allegedly, let's just say allegedly until she gets convicted. And that's probably one of our top rated podcasts. But I would say 50% of it is because it's Ricky Lynn Laughlin, and 50% of it is because I did a TikTok short of it on our TikTok. And if you don't follow our TikTok, it's at Keep It On the DL Pod. Um, and so I think it kind of sways like how we ended up getting so many views on that one. So I'm excited to start doing TikTok shorts again, Instagram story shorts, so that we can kind of get out there a little bit more than what
yeah,
we
I
are
will say
now.
I
So
didn't feel that much dread today having to record because
no,
especially for Sunday, when we do it on Sunday, sometimes I'm just like, "Oh, I super don't wanna do this
yep.
today." But today I was like, "Okay, well, that's something I gotta get done, but, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna get through it."
We're growing.
Growth.
We're becoming
Hashtag
better
growth.
people. Um yeah, so
Wait, how was yeah,
I guess
how
we'll
was
kind of
your
go ahead
week?
and get into the pond.
Like, besides your weekend?
It was good. I didn't Nothing crazy, honestly. We did have like a fun little Friday that we celebrated, which was really fun. That was a good wait, Thursday. Whatever. If you don't know, we live in St. Louis, so opening day for the Cardinals, go Cardinals. We don't both watch baseball, but go sports. So that was fun. And other than that, my week has just been super normal the past couple, which I will say
Yeah.
thank you, because if you guys didn't listen to the pod, the first 2 months of my life were absolute fucking hell. So it's getting better, and we're up and out.
Oh, yeah. I That does make me
But
think. You said we're not baseball people, which we are not, but I am a softball person, and today I finally told my mom, and then she told me to do it, but we finally got tickets for the Women's College World Series, which is in May, the end of May, beginning of June, the 30th. So I'm really excited to
that's
be
fun.
going to that because we went like the year I graduated college. So, like, I don't know, 2015. So it's been a minute. So I'm excited to go back. I do love softball. Just baseball's so like boring to me.
It is really boring. I feel like every baseball game I've been to, I've either been A, drunk or B, asleep. Um, I just can't do it. Especially like maybe if I was in the front row seat, but they also want like $810
Yeah,
billion
right.
for one of those. So you'll catch me in the nosebleeds with a bloody nose, asleep in my chair. So with a hot dog halfway digested in my
As you
stomach.
should.
Um, but well, that's fun. Where's the
Yeah, it's a
tournament
tournament.
at?
Yeah.
Tournament? World
It
Series?
is in
Okay.
Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. So middle of
Nice.
nowhere, but
Okay.
yeah.
Oklahoma band. Well, that'll be fun. Well, if you're up for it, let's go ahead and get into the
Yeah,
topics
let's go
here.
for it. Because you were
Uh,
like, "Did you watch my Snapchat story?" And I was like, "No, I don't go on Snapchat anymore." Um,
well, maybe it's better because since you didn't watch it, then I can just
right,
surprise you
I
with everything
did
that
see your
happened.
Facebook status though, and I was like, "I don't know what she's talking about."
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was hoping somebody would comment down below and be like, "Yeah, girl, that was me." Ha, 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 ha. And I'm like, oh, "Okay, good. Like I don't have to fear for my life anymore." So I had a weird occurrence last night. I was at a Target picking up groceries for my boyfriend and I so that we can make dinner. I decided in the parking lot, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a video, like a TikTok video." You guys know me at Liv Holsey on TikTok, as I do, and I decided to make a video about trying the big chunky headbands because if you remember, Daria, those were really popular back in like middle school, the big chunky white ones.
Much like what
Well,
I'm
maybe for
wearing?
you, like pretty
Okay.
much, yeah, no cross. But it was like sports. You don't remember like the girls that would wear like the big
Yeah.
thick headbands for
Yeah,
like
because I was
sports
playing
and
sports.
so
It was me.
so those are coming back. So those are coming back, and instead of being a sports girl, it's giving more like
Right.
Pilates mom, right? So I was like, let's go ahead and try to make a video. So I record the beginning of it. I go inside, everything's normal. I get the headband, I grab the din. I swipe my card. I'm out. So I sit in the car. Mind you, the car is off. I get in. I go to put my phone back on the car stand. I filmed a video. Now at this point, I don't know if anyone's around me, and I don't care, right?
You're
I
just
just
trying to
do
be a
my thing, you
creator, a
know.
content creator.
I'm I'm just trying to be a micro influencer in this trying world. And I get done with my video, and about that time, I notice a car pull in. And I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't think about anything of it. And let me tell you, the direction of where the car is, if I'm pulled in and then there's another car in front of me, they were the one on the passenger side. So we were kind of like catty corner
Right.
of each other. So windshield to windshield, right? So the car's still off, my may I add. I took my phone off the car mount and I'm scrolling through TikTok because as I do, I'm a car sitter through and through. I'll sit in my car for hours
Same. Yeah.
before I get to get to where I'm going. And about that time, about like 30 seconds of me looking at my phone, I hear a honk and I look up and I'm like, "Oh, I don't know who that was, but it was probably someone like trying to like, you know how you drop a friend off and you're like, I'm going to go park and then they can't
Oh,
find you, so you do a little like beep
yeah.
beep, like I'm over here, right?" I was thinking that's kind of what it was. Um and then I went to go look down at my phone and I hear, "Meow." I was like, "Oh," and I look up and I was still confused. Immediately, I look back down, and I look up again. They honked like 3 times. I look up and I'm kinda, like, scouting the area, and I don't really, like, see anything. Mind you, it's, like, 7:50 at night,
Like,
so
getting
it's,
dark.
like, pretty dark
Yeah.
outside. The sun's
Yeah.
still kinda setting. And, I'm not looking through anybody's windshield.
Right,
I'm not
because I
nosy,
feel like
you
in
know,
that
so I'm not gonna
situation,
sit
like,
there.
you're like, somebody's playing a prank on me and you don't, like, wanna feed into it, but you're not like you're like, "I would like to
Yep.
know who's honking though."
I would like to know who this is. So, like, it'd be a little awkward
Yeah,
if
if
I'm
you're
sitting there
just like, "Who?"
squinting with
Yeah,
my
like,
hands above my eyes,
"Who is
like
it?"
so, at this point I look all the way up, and as I'm, like, kinda scanning the parking lot, they lay on their horn, they're like, "Eh," and I was like, "What in the fuck is going on?" So here's where it starts getting weird, right? Because I was like, "Okay, like, maybe am I
Right,
getting
yeah.
punked?" Like, whatever. So, this is when I truly realized I wasn't getting punked. I watched the person catty corner of me roll down their window and take a picture of me with the flash on.
Oh, no. Rookie mistake.
And I was like, I'm sitting there like, "Oh, no. What's happening? What's happening?" It's 2024. I didn't think I still had ops, I had ops in maybe, like, high school, right? I've grown, and anybody that I have bad blood with, I hope they're living
And I
their
hope
best
they've
life. I
moved
just didn't
on,
really
yeah.
think that. Right. So I was like, "Oh, fuck. They're, like, taking photos of me." Well, so I kinda start to panic a little bit, as I do, and I grab to my phone and I start calling Zach. Well, as I'm calling Zach answered the phone. I'm, like, kinda telling him the situation. They're still parked.
And you're
Their
also
car's
still
on,
parked,
still
or
parked.
have you pulled
They're
out yet?
honking. I'm I'm still parked, and as I'm talking to Zach, they're still honking. Zach can actively hear them I was like, "Do you hear that? They're literally honking, and they just took a photo of me." So then after that, he was like, "Okay, well, you need to get out of there. You just need to make sure they're not gonna follow you." So he's got me all in panicked
Right, they're
mode,
about
thinking
to
that,
stalk
like,
you.
yeah, thinking that I'm gonna be the next Jane Doe of fucking Missouri. And so, they back out. They start to back out a little bit, which relieved me because I was like, "Okay, they're leaving." No, they did not leave. They backed up a little bit. They swerved back into the parking spot, rolled their window down again, and took 2 more photos of me with the flash
So
on.
did they mean to leave this flash shot? Like, did they want you to know they were taking pictures of you, or were they trying to be sneaky and they just are really bad at it?
I don't I don't know, like, I don't know what the fuck was going on. At this point, I was like, "Okay, that first photo was not a mistake because there's 2 after that." Um So at this point, I said, "Oh my god, Zach, they took 2 more photos of me." He goes, "Liv, you need to just get up and get out of the parking lot." He's like, "I need you to make sure they're not gonna follow you, and if they are, you need to call the police." And I was like, "Fuck," like, now he's got me thinking, like, "What the fuck?"
You're
Like,
gonna
they're gonna get out
be,
of the car, like,
yeah,
beat my ass or
Taken
something.
4 or whatever. Liam Neeson.
Yeah. Well, and actively at this point, I still didn't wanna squint into
Yeah.
the car. It was too dark. I'm not gonna sit there and squint at you the whole time trying to see who you are. So at this point, they pull back in, they take 2 more photos of me. They're still actively honking, and then they put their flashers on. I'm backing up as fast as I can. Not really, but, my first thought was like, "Are they trying to warn me of
Right.
something?
Like,
Are
is
they
somebody in
trying?"
my
They took
backseat?
a
Yeah.
full-blown picture of my
Right.
car. Right. Um, so it was just really weird, and, if they are mean girls or if it's something, and I'm gonna be honest, the location that I'm at now is about an hour north of like my hometown. So if this was like a hometown target and I had girls from high school or whatever, I'd probably get it. I was an hour north. I don't
Yeah, I
know
was
who
about
these
to ask,
bitches
were you at
are.
the Brentwood
And I'm gonna
Target?
say bitches because I think they were women. No, I was at the Imperial
Oh.
Target. So, um, I at this point, I still don't know who it is. Nobody has been like, "Hey, girl, I was trying to get your
Right. You never
attention,"
looked at the you I was trying to wave and you never looked over.
Yeah, like, "Oh, I was just, like, trying to get your attention, like, I was just trying to say hi." Nothing, haven't got anything. I was like, "Damn, I what did I do? Is there someone under my car? Did I run
Right.
someone over?" But I know I didn't do that, my car was off, but of course, it's got my mind spinning in all
Yeah.
kinds of
No,
different
yeah, I'd
directions
be
of
like,
like,
"I
"Oh,
ran over
fuck."
somebody while my car was off and at park."
Yeah. Oh my god, I killed a family of 5 while my car was parked in the parking lot.
So you
So,
think they were girls, though?
actively yeah.
Because
Oh, I
that
100%
feels like
believe that.
such a teenage boy thing to me.
Genuinely, from the shadows that I could see through the car, they both did give, like, feminine
Okay.
features. I think I saw one with long hair, and I couldn't really get a picture of the girl that was taking a photo of me, but I definitely saw hair. I wish I truly would
Yeah.
have looked harder. I wish I would have looked harder, and I wish that I would have also taken a picture back just so I could kinda, like, zoom in
Right.
later and kinda see what I'm dealing with here, like a FBI
Right.
investigator. But I just sped off out of the parking lot, scared shitless. Um, but guys, if you love me that much and you see me, please ask for a picture from now on. I will give out signed autographs. There is no need to take pictures of me without my consent. And I know I'm an up and coming TikToker slash podcaster. And
Right. Right, you wanna be
anyway,
famous. This is what you have to look forward to.
no, I don't want that. I just want to make fun videos and people like me. I just want people to like my videos. Um, yeah, that was creepy. And it's funny because I kind of thought about that. I'm like, if I keep doing this content shit, like, is that shit gonna weird me out all the time? But then I was like, that's kind of big headed of me to like think that I'm actually gonna become like a huge content creator. But I did think about that. I was like, damn, if that's gonna like be someone's life, then I don't know if I
The
want a
next
part of that.
video.
Uh Yeah, so that's what happened to me. So do you think it was boys or do you think it was just like teenage girls? Do you think I had ops? Do you think it was girls from high
I feel
school?
like it
What
was
do you think?
random teenagers. Um, and
Okay.
like I said, to me, it feels like a teenage boy thing to do, but, like, if you're saying it was girls, I guess girls. And I feel like they were just I don't know, it's so weird, but I feel like they were just like, "Haha, this'll be funny."
Yeah, and the sad thing is I can't even remember if they were near me when I was doing the TikTok. So like I don't know if they were just goofing on me. Um I don't know what the fuck happened. So apparently no one is allowed to film TikTok content in public in a
Right? Because
Target parking lot.
I could see, like, if they saw you filming the TikTok and they're like, "Ooh, that's so cringy," and, like or like, "Oh, let's, like, mess with her," but, like you said, you don't even know if they were
Right.
there for that part.
Yeah, and let's be honest. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not like I'm Mr. Beast where I'm like, "Hi guys, today I'm
Yeah.
gonna put," I just I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna put this headband on and like tell you guys how I feel about it." I wasn't like doing like a fucking like ooh like cosplay, you know, renegade. I wasn't sitting there doing the fucking renegade. I was just talking into my car mounted camera. If I had my phone out like this, I'd be like, "Hey
Right, like, for
guys,
all you know
I'm
or
out
for all they know, you
here."
were on, like, a FaceTime, like
I don't know. It was
or also
scary and I didn't like it and I made Zach check
yeah,
my
also, I
car.
feel like both of you let this go on for a really long time. Like, I feel like you sat there for a
I
long time, and they also like, they were doing it for a long time. Like, the first
well,
few honks and
up
maybe a picture I could
oh,
see, but, like, the backing out, backing back in, like
well, because I was hoping once they backed out, they were gonna leave, So I was like, okay, like this is my time, like I can just like skedaddle. Well, they pulled right back in and took two more photos of me. It's like they were trying to get a closer shot, like they're fucking TMZ. It was so
they're
weird.
like,
Like
"That
I'm
one was
not, I'm not
blurry."
Princess. What's
Princess
her name?
Di?
Queen of something. The one that they have that shitty
Oh,
photo
Kate
of.
Middleton?
Uh, Yeah, I'm not Kate Middleton, like, you don't have to get a shitty photo of me in my car. Anyway, and I got scared because they, like, took a picture of my license plate, I'm like, "Oh my god, did I just do a hit and run? Like, what's going on?"
Right, I would be the same way. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I killed somebody." I
Yeah,
didn't even
I killed
realize it.
somebody
Yeah.
on the highway and I
Right?
didn't know. And and that's an under investigation FBI agent taking 3 photos of me in their car
In
with their
their
flashers on.
Toyota Camry.
I think it was kind of what it was giving was Toyota Camry. Anyway, if you were a girl that isn't friends with me from the past, grow the fuck up. And then if you're not, then
Stop being weird.
mean girls, stop being weird. I don't know. Either way, stop being weird. So that's what happened to me last night. What an interesting way to come into fame. So they must know about the
Right, they're just,
pod.
like,
That's
big
probably what it
fans.
is. Yeah, they're big DLers. Um, Other than that, I guess we can go ahead and get into all the other topics. I
Yeah,
keep
I was like,
undoing my
"What's going
earring
on
and
there?"
doing it back and undoing it. I know I keep doing a lot here. Sometimes I don't. Now that we're video recording, I don't know what to do with myself. Now I just have to like sit there and like sit pretty in
Yeah,
the
I guess,
camera
like, a
for
little
an hour,
BTS
which is something I'm
is
not used
usually
to.
when we record, Liv does, like, so many things, like, she'll, like, do her eyebrows, she'll, like, put makeup on, like,
Oh
she
yeah.
does all kinds of things when we're recording.
I definitely think from now on, if we're gonna start video recording, I'm gonna need one of those
Like a fidget?
silent
Yeah.
fidgets so that I can just continue doing something and staying stimulated at the same time. Let's go ahead and get into this.
Yeah, my only
Uh,
topic of the week, because nothing interesting came across my timeline. We have an
mhm.
update on our girly pop Gypsy Rose Blanchard. We reported as if we're serious podcasters. But we told you guys last week that her and her husband are separated and we were all shocked. But she was out with her ex-fiance before, like, the guy she was engaged to before she got married. They went out in New Orleans, they were hanging out, they got matching tattoos. Like, girl, did you
Whoa!
really want to get a
Beignets?
matching tattoo with him?
They share a beignet like Lady and the Tramp.
Probably. It was probably super cute.
They
Um,
got powdered
right.
sugar all on their
They just,
noses.
like,
They're
did, like, little
coughing and hacking. You
nosies.
ever eat a powdered sugar brownie and you pretty much
Yeah,
almost
because you,
risked your
like,
life?
inhale
Have
the
you ever?
because at, like, Panera/Breadco, they
Yeah,
do, like, the powdered sugar
yeah.
on, like, diagonal on it. Yeah, or, like, a funnel cake or a beignet.
Uh-huh. Anyway, sorry. Gypsy in New
Yeah,
Orleans, yeah.
I also saw that she is recovering from getting a nose job. I couldn't tell if it was, like, cosmetic or medical because it said that she got both. Like, it was cosmetic and, like, a correctional for her septum, but, people always say that when they don't wanna just admit they got a nose job for some reason. They're like, "No, I just have, like, a deviated septum." I'm like, "Okay, sure, sure." So, I don't know which it was.
Mm,
And then I saw another
mhm.
thing, which I didn't look into, that she was afraid that her soon to be ex-husband was gonna hit her or be physical with her. So, if that's the
Whoa!
case, then I'm very glad she left him, and I'm glad she has a good support system, that she was able to leave him. Um, but he was a teacher, so, like,
So,
that's fine.
did she state that publicly? Did she state that on, like, one of her Facebook
I don't
pages?
know, like I said, I didn't, like, look at the story, so, you know.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Girl,
World's best
this
podcasters.
podcaster. I saw the headline and I was
Yes,
like,
yes.
"Ooh, that's not good," and I kept scrolling because I also was like, "I don't know." I, like, haven't seen that widely reported, so I was like, "Is that real?" I don't know.
True. Well, Gypsy, she's really trying to find herself this year, I
I
think.
also feel like, girl,
Um,
like, I get it,
mm,
like, going back to an ex, but, like, let's not tie ourselves down. Like, you didn't have to get matching tattoos with them. Like we said, live your hot girl summer. Like,
She's twinning. She said, "We twinning." Let me look this up. Gypsy Rose ex fiance. I don't even know. Let me see what this mug looks like.
Yeah, look him up. Look him
Is
up.
there an image? Wait, wait. He's so much cuter than her husband. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, and I know you're gonna hate me for saying that, but now the wolf tattoos are not it. Ooh, it's giving
You don't
Twilight
love that?
t-shirt. No, I don't like that. It's no, it's giving he okay, so I know you're not an avid TikToker, but there's a bunch of people on the TikTok realm, and they put always like a bunch of hashtags, and one of the hashtags is like wolf pack or like wolf pack family or and so when you click on those hashtags, it's a bunch of like, I'm the alpha, I'm the one to trust. It's so odd, and everybody's like on the floor, like crawling on the floor, acting like they're werewolves. That's what it's giving. It's giving like, we're a wolf pack. And honestly, wolf pack sounds badass until like the topic of people took it over, and now it's not as cool. Um and I don't like that. I don't like the husky. Is that a
It kind of
husky?
looks like
That's
a
kind of what it looks
husky.
like.
Yeah.
No, no, no,
But I
no.
I do
Baby
agree, like, he
husky.
definitely is much more attractive in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, W for her, but also, find yourself.
Those tattoos look, like, kind of
I
fake,
wonder what
though,
made
so
them.
are I don't know. Maybe they're not real. That'd be great if they were.
They're just those like ink box
Yeah.
ones, the ones that you maybe it's just henna. She got everybody. Uh, I wonder why they had actually broken up in the
Yeah, I
first
don't
place.
know,
I'm
because
kinda
obviously it
curious.
was while she was still in jail, but
Mhm. I mean, I will say he is cuter. Um, he looks like he has a softer smile, and he looks like he maybe has it together a little bit, but he also does seem older than her, and I don't know by how much, but
yeah.
because Gypsy's, what, 31? And he's got, like, a full head of gray,
Some people
so
just
I don't
go
know.
gray
Interesting.
early.
That's true. Um, but yeah, just don't run into anything too quick here, Gypsy. You have all the time in the world. Well, you have as much time as you have now. But um
Yeah, just, like, live
yeah,
for
hot
a
girl
while,
summer.
just, like, explore the world without a man, or with a man, but, like, maybe let's not rush into getting married again.
Maybe it's just because oh, I think it is confirmed. It does look like confirmed. There he is at a
Oh,
tattoo shop with old Gypsy.
okay.
So, it's looking like baby
Well,
husky's
that's
real.
unfortunate.
Um,
I was like, I mean, it looks fake, so let's hope it's fake." I wonder why
hmm.
wolves.
Oh, there's the nose job. Okay. Yeah, she's really I don't know. I guess go you, girl. And honestly, don't let millions of people tell you what to do. I mean,
We wanna support
we
you.
want you to like
Yeah.
yeah, we want you to have like a bottle of Don Julio in your head this year, like popping your pee to like ski, but it's whatever you want to do at the end of
Could
the
you
day.
imagine, like, a sexy
Um,
red Gypsy Rose crossover?
ooh, bounce that ass, touch some toes. I'm over here with Gypsy
There we go.
Rose.
There
That's
you
pretty
go.
good.
That's
That's pretty that's pretty good. If you see never mind, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it, I'm so out of pocket for no reason. I'll have to text it to you, later in the pod and let you know how you feel about that. See, unfortunately, we don't have like a one of those playback sports buttons where you can, like, click it and it goes back 30 seconds, and I could get us canceled really quick
Canceled before
if
really even off
we
the
don't have one of
ground.
those. Um Anyway, I guess we can go into the other topic
Yeah.
here. Uh, this is a YouTuber that I went ahead and sent that to you, Daria. Let's see if should I say it? Um, Go ahead and give me a go ahead and give me a thumbs up or
Go
thumbs
ahead and
down.
keep that one between us. Oh.
All right, we'll keep that one in the
Oh, I did
thinker.
see a funny tweet though before we were totally off of Gypsy Rose. Medium-sized Meech tweeted Gypsy Rose Blanchard was in prison for almost a decade, came home from behind bars with a husband ready and waiting, left him for her other man who was waiting in the wings, and a lot of y'all still can't get a text back. And I was like,
Ooh,
dang, that one hurt.
shit.
That hurt.
That's kind of facts. Some of y'all can't even get a swipe right, and this girl already has 2 in line and probably 4 behind them. So don't you worry about
She's
her.
doing just
If she
fine.
gets
Right. She
matching
got her
tattoos with
number
yeah,
2 to get a matching tattoo with her.
yeah, she's gonna get a whole sleeve of just like matching X tattoos. It's gonna be iconic.
It actually is.
Um, okay, okay. So now that we're keeping that in the thinker, we're gonna move on. Pray about that. Um, so Aspyn Ovard, and Daria has no clue who Aspyn
I
Ovard
don't.
is, and that's okay. Aspyn Ovard is one of the OG beauty lifestyle YouTubers. I started watching Aspen when I was probably the ripe age of 13, 14 years old. Aspen is maybe a year or two older than me. I think she's 26,
Okay.
27. Um, so I grew up with her, and her main channel, I guess, categories were like beauty lifestyles, sleeping bed routine, morning routine, what I eat in a day,
Yeah.
all the typical, content creator beauty lifestyle bullshit. She grew up in Utah. Her whole family grew up in Utah. Well, she had met her boyfriend Parker around the age of, I would say, 17, 18 years old. So Aspen and Parker have been together for a really long
That makes
time.
sense since they're in
Um,
Utah.
yeah. Oh my god, I was going to bring that up. One of the videos that she had made back in 2021 on her TikTok, one of the questions was, why did you guys get married so young? Well, Parker replied like, oh, because we loved each other. And she panned the camera back to her and she goes, it's because we live in Utah.
Yeah, it's
So,
something because I watch like Sister Wives, obviously, and like a bunch of like Mormon polygamous stuff. Like, I feel like even if you're not
mhm.
Mormon, it's just like being in the culture. I feel like even if you're not Mormon, like there's just a weird pressure to get married young.
Yeah, I would definitely say, and I think she's talked about that before, is they got married when she was 19, so they had only been together probably like 2 years. They built their first house
Mhm.
together, and then they currently have 3 children. Um can't remember their names. It's like very Utah. It's like Cove and something else. Utah Baby 1 and
Right.
Utah Baby 2. They were on the way with their third child. Around March 1st to 4th, they had posted a video and a TikTok of them spending their baby moon together. People are speculating that the baby moon was actually sponsored and that they had to do it for the
Fair.
money. They were in construction of their second home when all of a sudden it was put on hold. It was put is put on
Okay.
pause. They were
Oh,
like, "Oh, okay." Like, I get it. Inflation, shit costs a lot. Like, it's not that cheap to build, a $1.2
right.
million house
Yeah.
because you're a
Yeah.
YouTuber. And so around uh I would say this started speculating maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Somebody had taken the public court documents of
Oh,
Utah, and it basically stated allegedly that Aspen had filed for divorce
mm.
against Parker, um, which is all starting to make sense because whenever I was watching the TikTok, um, when she gave birth early to her third girl at 34 weeks. And a lot of her TikTok videos that she started uploading, like when she was in the hospital, it was
Oh,
just her. And in the back of my brain, I was like, that's a little weird. Like, you figured Parker, because Parker, you don't know him, but he was kind of like the golden retriever
okay. I
boyfriend
kind of hate that, but
almost.
okay.
Always he was always happy, always energetic. He was I do believe that he's probably a great dad from what I can
And
see
does
on
he
the
have a
internet. Obviously,
job?
no one knows what goes on behind.
Or are they just coasting? See, I was
No,
gonna say, like, if he had a
I don't think
job,
he
then it's like,
does.
okay, maybe he's at work. But if you don't have a job, why aren't you at the hospital?
Does Parker Ovard have a job? I'm pretty sure right when Aspen started peaking, um oh, here we go. Is this his Indeed profile? Did I just find his LinkedIn
I love
profile?
helping up celebrities'
Hold up.
LinkedIns.
Hold up. Parker Ferris, digital media specialist. So he
Right,
probably
right.
helps his
That
wife.
means
Let's be
I
honest.
I help with my wife's
Yeah.
content. Yeah, that's not a job. That's not a real
Yes.
job.
Um, you weren't a part of this YouTube era, but when drones started becoming super popular, probably what,
Yeah.
8 years ago, maybe, when drones started popping up on the scene everywhere. I remember watching a video of Aspen getting Parker like a drone, and they were like trying to do all these like special effects. And I was like, this man's gonna start working for his wife. Like, I know that for sure. Like, you know. So I truly don't think that he has a regular job outside of helping his
Yeah.
wife with social media, which I will say she probably makes a
Right,
shit
and
ton
I'm
of
sure
money.
it does
So
help, but, like, that's not a that's that's not a real job.
It's it's definitely I mean, if you guys both plan on being together
Yeah.
for a long time, I could definitely
Yeah,
see,
it makes sense. Yeah.
you know. Well, that would I mean, Daria, that would be like your husband having a full-time job as like a science engineer, and you had a stay-at-home job and you just kind of helped him do paperwork. That's not a real job. I mean, it's like whatever. I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
just because
real
the roles are
skills, but,
switched.
like, yeah. I'm not saying it's not
Okay.
work,
The
it's just, like,
just being a hater.
you know, you're not, like I mean, he probably is on the payroll, but, you know what I mean.
He might be on the payroll, Aspyn
Yeah.
Ovard LLC. Um, so yeah, so she did post that she had her baby early at 34 weeks. Everybody was taking screenshots of her bracelets because these weren't getting posted until the 1st of April. Turns out she had her baby on the
Oh.
12th. So she had tried to convince everybody that she had her baby like around the time that she was posting, which makes me think that maybe she's just going through a lot of stuff right now, because I believe that she filed for divorce the same month
Oh.
that she gave birth. So there's a lot going on there. And I will say, from public eye, there is a lot of heartbreak and TikToks everywhere that it's like, I'm going to drink myself to sleep until, hearing that Aspen and Parker aren't getting a divorce, it, like, isn't real. Me personally, and I know that she had just became a mom, and I don't want to, I don't want to talk on the relationship too much. I saw it coming.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say,
here's why.
do tell.
So the whole time growing up in this YouTube era watching Aspen, I'm sorry, she never really seemed that intrigued at him. I'm sorry. It's just the whole time it was like, oh, like Parker's going out like getting me flower. Like, she was always just
He's like,
so
"We were in
about
love," and
everything
she's
that
like,
her and Parker
no, I
did.
was 19 and we were in Utah, so I had to marry somebody."
Yeah. Exactly. So, as much as I respect her being a new mom, shout out to postpartum or whatever, I'm not going to be a complete asshole here, but I will say that I did expect it. And when it comes to celebrities or like internet people getting divorces, I'm not going to sit here and be like,
Yeah, I think that's
no, like,
psychotic.
fucking,
Yeah,
because life moves on and then I have to pay
like,
bills.
they're
So,
literally not paying my bills. If anything, I'm paying theirs,
yeah.
so
Exactly. Yeah, I literally am paying their bills, watching their videos. So, as much as I want to be like, damn, that sucks, which it does.
right,
Obviously,
yeah.
divorce sucks. Saw it coming from a mile away. I was just waiting
You
for
were
the
like,
time.
"Yeah,
But
You guys didn't see it?
Yeah. Exactly. And that's funny is because it was like it was a mix of comments like in her videos or some Instagrammers or some TikTokers that want to talk about the topic. It was always mixed reviews. They're like, I did not see this coming. And then half of them were like, nah, we definitely saw this coming. You guys are blind if you didn't. Um, and that was me. So she just never really seemed that intrigued in anything, and she was always so. But maybe it's Utah disease. Maybe she has
Yeah.
Utah itis. I don't
No, I
know.
do going back, I do think the fans that, like, are really deeply affected by couples breakups are weird. Like,
Yeah.
"Oh, no, love's not real because these people I didn't actually know personally got a divorce, and I thought they were perfect." It's like, "Grow up. Get a life."
Focus
Right?
on your own.
Right.
You're still single
Are
and you
you
have 3
single? Are
cats.
you about to leave your significant other because they broke up? Like, what what's happening?
He's like, "Babe, come to bed." She's like, "No, Aspen and Parker getting divorced." I'm like,
I
"I'm
think
not
we
even,
have to break up. It's like, "What?"
you're letting that damn YouTube couple tear us apart. Grow up." Yeah. I just, yeah, it's never really truly affected me because at the end of the day, I've always been jealous of how much influencers make. And I'll say that, okay? I'll stand
Yeah,
on that with 10 toes. It's like they get paid a shit ton of money to do like I eat avocado
right.
toast and a small bagel for dinner and it gets like half a mil
Yeah.
views, and that's good money. That's good shmoney and I appreciate the hustle, but it's not going to ruin my year.
Because
You guys
guess
signing
what?
the old papes.
She's still gonna
So,
make a lot of money. I mean, he might not, which sucks for him, but she's still gonna make money.
yeah. That's a lot of thumbnail opportunity though. Signing my divorce papers or what's another one? Uh Parker's Parker Parker picked up Parker packing his packages to move out or,
Handoff of the kids.
uh
Doing handoff today.
Q&A of how I do every other weekend parenting. I don't know.
Or they could go into, like, co-parenting, like, YouTube, like, "We
Mm.
co-parent so healthily."
Q&A on why I divorced my
Why I
husband.
divorced him, but why we're
And he's
still
like,
best friends.
because we live in Utah. uh, Q&A on why I'm moving out of Utah. She's like a whole, yeah, so I don't know. Oh fuck. I just like thumbnails get me so much. The soy face. It's like I have to split custody? Parker's like, I have to get a real job. Come with me to fill out Indeed applications.
Come with me to this staffing agency. Come with me to my new job at Arby's.
Come with me to donate plasma to pay my rent.
Come with me to my new 9 to 5. They're like, Parker, we talked about this. You can't do that here."
There's no filming in Wendy's. We told you. You can't film the
It's like we're
Wendy's.
at there's no
Sorry, we love our fast food
there's
workers.
no filming at US Bank. These are people's bank information.
You're a
You're a
bank
teller.
teller, Parker. You need to get it together.
Like, "How
Oh,
much money is here in
fuck.
your account?"
Uh, he's got the camera in his face. He's like, band for band right now. How much do you have on your account? You think how much I have on mine? Because I didn't what's that? I didn't what's the one where they uh can't take money from you? What is that?
Oh, yeah,
Prenup?
yeah. I didn't sign a prenup.
Why I signed a prenup.
Yeah, and they probably don't have a prenup, so I mean, I guess he'll get half of everything.
I mean, technically, if that's what they signed up for. If not, he's in some hot
Wow.
water because Utah's not cheap.
Yeah. Well, hope shut like prayers up for Parker. Hopefully he's getting half of all the YouTube money.
I hope so. Prayers for Parker. Everybody in the comments. Hashtag prayers for Parker. Uh, because he does not seem like the breadwinner at this point. So, anyway, I guess moving on. God dang, we always riff. Always, all the time. We riff for 5 minutes, but it's always the best. And it's going to make the best clips. So, yeah. So, Aspen and Parker are probably, apparently, allegedly getting a divorce, and that's how we feel about
Dunzo.
it. Anyway, oh, also, if you guys are wondering and why I'm talking so much, Daria
Yeah.
has no
I
topics
only
this week,
had my
so.
girl, our girl Gypsy Rose, and that's it. So
Next topic is, this is alleged as well. Obviously, I haven't seen
I'm
any
very
updates on
curious
it.
what this is.
So what happened is I was scrolling through TikTok, and this viral video is of a girl that has an Alani Nu can, and she's like, "Oh my god, you'll never figure like what I found in my Alani Nu can." She like points the camera like down into the hole, and there's something in there, and it's fuzzy. Okay? It's a can. It is a Lani Nu can,
Uh-huh.
right? The video keeps going, and she ends up cutting off the bottom of the can, and there is a whole rodent soaked in Alani Nu in the can. Now
Ooh.
this is now this is alleged because I don't want Alani Nu coming for my wig, right? This is alleged. This is just a TikTok video that went viral. I don't know how the rodent got in there, and that would be a crazy video to make if you stuffed a dead mouse into your Alani Nu can for views. Would I put it past somebody? Absolutely not. But yeah, go ahead and did you look up the photo? It's
No,
crazy.
but when you started saying that, that made me think of you were probably like really little, but do you remember the it was like exactly the same thing but with Mountain Dew?
No.
Yeah, it was like some guy sued PepsiCo because he says that he found a rat in his Mountain Dew. And at some point I would have to look it up what like happened, but at some point they're like, well, the Mountain Dew would would like melt the rat into like a jelly-like substance.
Oh no.
I can't remember
No.
the
Oh.
details.
Ugh. Imagine you're mowing your hot lawn, right? You just got done. You have your dad sneakers on. You just cut that last patch in the yard. You gotta pop
A
open a
refreshing Mountain
fresh
Dew.
Dr. I almost said Dr. Peppy because I'm more of a Dr. Peppy fan. You go to crack open that fresh Mountain Dew, and you take a sip, and you're like, "What is that?" And you pull it out, and it's just a tiny little foot. Imagine. Mm,
Okay, wait, I'm watching the video. Oh, there's the
mm.
tail. Oh,
Yep.
ooh,
Yep. Ooh. Scary.
he's kind of cute though.
Oh yeah. He's kind of cute. I mean, I will say, like, I'd probably keep it, honestly, but it's, I just, I can't do it no more. I can't, like, I don't want to not drink Alani Nu from now on, but I'm a little bit terrified. So, if it is real, I hope they got that fixed. And if it's not, you're a sick individual. And why would you do that? Um,
Um,
he
yeah,
was
so I was looking
crazy.
up the Mountain Dew thing. Yeah, so like
Mhm.
they they basically told the guy that it was impossible that he found a rat because if the rat had been in the Mountain Dew can from like for like 15 months since it was bottled, um the Mountain Dew would, like, turn into a jelly-like substance because the the Mountain Dew would erode the bones, so it would it would turn into jelly.
Who
That's
said
what
that?
Pepsi argued in the lawsuit,
Oh my
which
god! They're like, "We've been through this 7 times, bitch. We know what the fuck's going on in our
they're like,
lab.
just like
That shit tears
yeah,
your
they're like,
mouth
"Just
up."
like it would erode your teeth, it would do that to the rat's bones."
Right. Just like it melts your insides, it do the same thing to that little rat bastard in the can, so good fucking try.
Yeah, so this was in 2009 that this lawsuit happened.
Oh my god. What a time, eh?
Yeah. So I feel like this is the
That's
2024
insane.
version of that. But
But
Alani
Alani
yeah,
Nu, yeah,
yeah.
just energy
Do
drinks.
you think it's real?
I don't want a lawsuit on my hands.
These are all opinions. Alani Nu.
My opinion is maybe. My true opinion is maybe because honestly, how the fuck would someone stuff a rodent down there?
Right.
Because unless cutting the can at the bottom first, but like who would do that? Honestly, who I know there's some sick individuals out there in this world that would like try to pull that shit, but if that's true that a rat like actually got into the can, eh, I don't know. Honestly, any canned substance at this point weirds me out. Um, because like whenever I was a kid, my dad was like a tremendous smoker. A side story: my dad was like a train smoker with like actual cigarettes. He's not now, God bless. But I do remember, speaking of Mountain Dew, my dad was a huge soda drinker as well. He quit both, and just the mix of the two really put me in harm's way one day. I was really thirsty from coming in from playing outside all day, and my dad had a Mountain Dew can on the nightstand, and I was like, "Damn, I'm like thirsty. Like I just got done playing hopscotch. Like whatever. Like give me a swig of that." I literally
I
drank
was gonna
ash
say.
and cigarette butts mixed with fucking Mountain Dew. And ever since then, I truly haven't really been able to drink Mountain Dew as much. Like that. So anything in a can that you can't fucking see through, not my
Yeah,
favorite.
I have
Not my
a
favorite.
sort
It's
of I mean, it's not that bad, yours is much grosser, but I was at,
yeah.
like I don't know, I was probably, like, 10, and I was at, like, a church cookout or something, and I had, like, a can of soda, I think it was, like, a root beer or something, and I had put it down because I was, like, playing or something, and I went to pick it back up and took a drink, and there was something, like, soggy in my mouth, and I was like, "Ew, that's
No.
disgusting." And I thought it was like a piece of bread or something, so I spit it out, and it was a bee.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was a bee? Oh, okay. That's still gross, but I thought for a sec, I thought it was like maybe like a Zen pouch or something, like somebody had
Oh,
like put their like
oh,
tobacco
yeah,
spit in
no,
there or
that'd be gross.
something.
It was just a bee,
Okay.
which wasn't great, but yeah, I feel like yours is much grosser.
Ugh. Ugh. Either way, it's just like any type of foreign object in
Yeah,
my mouth that
yeah.
shouldn't be there.
Anytime you go to take a
I,
delicious swig of something tasty and it's chunky and it's
yeah.
not supposed to be,
Yeah, yeah. I hope to not have any animals
right?
in my drinks from now on
I
for the
want it
rest
to
of my
be
life.
smooth.
Oh, yuck. So that happened. We'll see. Maybe I'll get you guys an update next week and see if maybe Alani Nu has maybe
Yeah,
made a
I just
comment on the
Googled it
video.
and I don't see any
Um,
like definitive news about it.
okay. We'll see what Alani
Yeah.
has to say
Yeah, give them a
eventually.
few days.
Or maybe they won't speak out on it.
We'll
Maybe
keep it
they just
pushing.
maybe they're
Yeah.
protecting their
They're like,
peace.
don't
Yeah.
no, not for us.
um and lastly up on the list, we have um if you guys have never watched TLC, you guys have never watched the conjoined twins, Abby and
Brittany?
yes, the conjoined twins, Abby and Brittany. They
Like,
recently, and as in recently, I think it was like
which
2021,
I definitely
right?
remember watching their special, like, on TLC.
Oh
Like, I
yeah.
used to love TLC. I mean, I still love TLC,
Oh, me
but
too. Yeah.
I do remember their specials.
I loved TLC as a kid. One of my favorite shows was Bringing Home a
Yeah,
Baby, or
The Baby Story,
and
yeah,
then A Baby Story, K+8. I used
yeah,
to watch the whole thing, The Duggars. I was a huge for a 10-year-old,
yeah,
huge TLC fan.
right.
Um, but I do remember watching Abby and Brittany. I remember the episode where they both had to get their
Oh,
driver's
yep, yep,
license, if
yep.
you remember that one. They had to learn how to drive using each other. Um, and yeah, so they've grown up. They're teachers now. And do you think they had to pay for one
I
college?
know. It's like I would be fascinated for them to get a new show and see how their life works now because I just have a lot of it brings up a lot of questions, which I feel like we saw like parts of it in like when they had their show or whatever, but
Mhm.
I don't know, I feel like it's just different, especially now that they're like which one got married? Abby got married?
I
Yeah,
believe, yeah.
especially now that they're, like, really functioning adults. I'd just be curious how their life works or how they, like, chose a major because it's not like they could like, realistically, it's not like they both coulda gone into different fields.
Yeah, I mean, imagine one wanted to be a nurse and the other one wanted to be a
Right.
firefighter.
Like,
Nah,
it just wouldn't
not
have
sure how that's
worked.
gonna work. One's one's an accountant, one's a stripper. Not gonna work, you know? Technically both accountants, but
Right.
um but yeah, it's we they should definitely bring back a TV show, kind of seeing what their life is up to now. All the questions that we've been wondering throughout these years, because as a teenager, like as like kids, you're like, they're just gonna be
Yeah.
kids or whatever. But like real life shows up at one point, and then you guys are gonna have to make actual
Right, that
decisions
affect
as
right.
adult women. So so Abby had gotten married to her husband, who is a veteran, I believe. He was in a previous marriage before that. And the only reason why this had popped up is because apparently Abby's new husband is going through like a paternity lawsuit. But this kind of started soaring the internet. And I'm gonna be honest, Daria, I forgot
Me
about them.
too. Yeah, they haven't like, when I saw them, I was like, "Oh, they look exactly the same as they did when they had their show," but, like, yeah, there's it, like, unlocked a memory.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh shit, I used to
Yeah.
watch them all the time." Um, but the only reason why I wanted to bring up this topic is because I got goofed on this week. I had to do my own research to make sure that this was real, and this is kind of what made me stir into the whole Abby and Brittany situation. Is a fake Twitter post went around on the internet for about a week under the alias of Two Heads or Better, which if it was their account, funny joke. But turns out it's a guy named Nick who owns the account, and I think Nick did not know that was happening during this time. But Brittany and Abby fakely stated on X that
Wait, so, like,
what?
did Nick post it or that's just Nick's handle?
So this was basically like an edited meme that somebody had made.
Okay.
Uh, so they basically took Abby and Brittany and Abby Hensel with the fake check mark and then the at Two Heads or Better. So he didn't actually do this. This was just a
He just
fake
Yeah, he
meme
just
tweet that was
happens to have
created.
that handle.
Unfortunately, he was in the
Oh,
crossfire
he
in all
just
of this
caught a
because he had the
stray.
handle.
Oh no.
Yeah. So so the fake tweet reads, "Because everyone is asking, we're just going to tell you. Yes, I have sex with my husband. Yes, I go down on him. Yes, my sister Brittany is there. Yes, yes, my sister has an orgasm as one. But when I sleep with my husband, she's reading a book or listening to a true crime podcast, so she just puts the pleasure out of her mind." And I was like, "No shot they fucking tweeted this. No fucking shot." Um it is not real, but that's the only reason why it made me think of checking on what's going on between them. Um, and yeah, apparently they're all married. Well, one is married legally. Um, I don't know if Brittany's out there looking for love. I don't know if Brittany and Abby
Yeah,
are.
again, like this is
I don't
something
know.
I would be genuinely interested to hear from them on because it was
Yeah.
big headline news when Abby got married. But yeah, I would genuinely be curious as to how they plan on navigating their love life or like, obviously because they
Hmm.
share a body, like I would just be curious as to like how they plan on navigating, how they navigate it now because obviously Abby's married, Brittany is not. It's not like they said we're both
Yeah.
married because I mean, I guess technically that would be illegal, but
Technically, there's a lot of loopholes here that we're just
yeah, or I
missing.
would be
I
curious
don't.
if they consider themselves both married to him. I'm very curious. I would love to hear from them on a TLC
Yeah,
90-minute
because I mean,
special.
oh, no, they definitely need I mean, cancel Mama June from Hot to Not and
Well,
put
she's on
Abby and
BTV
Brittany
now,
Hensel.
so
Oh, okay. I will say I have been binge watching, uh, From Hot to Not, Mama
oh
June from Hot to Not.
no. What a
Um,
mess.
what? The season's actually pretty intriguing this year.
Is she still
Um,
married to that young
and
guy?
Alana's going to college
Mama
and,
June?
uh yeah, I mean, I think the latest young guy that she's married to, like, he's short, she bought him fake teeth. If he wears like a little
Guess
chain
they
around his
have neck
neck. I think he's
tats
like
or
maybe
something.
yeah, I think he's a solid maybe like five
Yeah.
five. Yeah, I think so. But that whole family over there is a
Yeah.
mess. God bless Pumpkin. She's been taking care of Alana since since Pumpkin was a kid, basically. I didn't know that Pumpkin was only like 22 years old. And she's been taking care of Alana for years, which is
Yeah,
crazy to
which
me.
one passed away?
Um,
Was that Chickadee? Chickadee.
Chickadee. Chickadee did pass away. Um, so I don't know. I've just the season's been kind of intriguing. I'm sorry. It's like I feel like this is one of the only like reality TV shows that I can actually get in on because it's just so crazy. Um, but anyway, I guess that's the pond for the week. Thank you guys for listening to my
Yeah.
topics.
Yeah, and I would also just like to put a little disclaimer, like, we genuinely were not trying to be offensive talking about Brittany and Abby, um, but they have been in the headlines lately, and I truly am curious. Not that they owe us anything, but I'm
Well,
curious.
and as much as I understand people commenting under posts where it's like, why are you so worried about their lives? As much as I understand that, they have put themselves on reality
Yeah,
TV
they are public figures.
before.
Yeah.
So so I feel like it's not the fact that we're not allowed to think or have questions, but I have questions that I don't need them answered, but I would like to get a little bit more insight on
Yeah.
what's going on. Um just like Aspen and Parker getting divorced. No hate on them. Sorry it didn't work out. Those were just my opinions. We're a podcast. We're going to talk about things and how we feel about different situations. Um we never try to be super offensive. I want to also say or put out there that like I'm not going to say that we're 100% a comedy podcast, but if you guys listen to us, which will be a year in June, we riff off each other a lot. We make stupid, silly little jokes. So I wouldn't necessarily call us the next NBC News. We're not ever super serious about anything that we talk about. So,
Yeah, for sure.
um,
That's not us.
but we would love for you guys to listen if you want to, if you like silly, stupid
Even
little
if you don't
jokes
want to,
throughout our
just
silly,
go
stupid
ahead and
little
listen
podcast.
anyways.
Exactly. But that I feel like that is
Yeah.
it, everyone.
Yeah, so go ahead and rate
So
us 5 stars and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Subscribe on YouTube, which since this is video, we will have YouTube video this week. So if you're into that, then head over there. Our socials will
yep.
be in the episode description.
As
Do
always,
better.
do better. And we'll see you guys next Monday.
Bye.
Bye.